There, guys. It's Mindless Sanity 602 reporting to you with another film review, and this is of day 3 of season 3, so that's kind of neat. Anyways, I was having difficulty trying to figure out what would be a great flick. Well, not a great flick, but the proper flick. So I decided to indulge in a little asylum film called The Haunting of the Winchester House, which is a 2009 non-rated direct-to-video 86-minute horror film from Mark Atkins. I honestly don't know what this guy has done, but with classics like The Haunting of the Winchester House under his belt, man, he must have he must have a really successful career in filmmaking. But anyways, The Haunting of the Winchester House is, the typical asylum shit. There was this film called The Haunting in Connecticut that came out around the same time that this film did. And, that was a big budget film, and, asylum, tends to take advantage of that. Tends to take advantage of, bigger budget, more mainstream films, and make their little crappy, low budget films that have similar titles or similar things like they have Transmorphers, then you have Transformers, whatever. And oh, by the way, I'm chewing on some gum, and hopefully that doesn't annoy you or disturb you when you're watching this. I hope that doesn't. But anyways, The Haunting of the Winchester House. In all honesty, I really didn't like The Haunting in Connecticut. I thought the film was pretty awful. Just didn't really care for it. It's pretty bland, and was not a very good flick. And yeah, that one that this is based off of. So when I first viewed this, I walked in with a little bit more higher expectations, because my expectations were pretty low with the film that they were basing this on practically. And so the film, is about this couple, and it starts off with this package delivery girl who, gets off the package. She meets up with this girl, and then that wasn't there. I don't really understand the relevance that had to the story that was going to be told, anyways. But you get that, then you meet up with these characters. You meet up with the daughter. There's nothing really much about her. You meet up with the husband. Meet up with the wife, and they're just a typical couple. They're just actors that just come there to collect a paycheck, and they didn't really care about, it really comes off like they didn't care about putting, any effort into making a good performance. But with these films, it's, best just to see how they tackle the story elements. With asylum films, you can't really judge the effects, the acting, or, the only thing you have to judge upon is the story. That's the only thing you have to judge on, because asylum films don't typically have good actors, don't really have any good effects. So you have to just base your opinions on their films of the most simplest forms of enjoying a film, and that's based on the story. And the story here is pretty much a cut and dry approach to the paranormal angle. They go over to the house. It's haunted. It's haunted. And then there's this guy. There's this guy who, big black guy with a big old beard, of mustache on his lip. Yeah, apparently he's some investigator or something like that. Apparently he's an investigator. I mean, like a paranormal. I don't know. Really wasn't focusing much because it's not very intriguing flick. But you get that, and then you just see some ghost shit. Nothing really severe. It suffers the same problems that the original Amityville horror film had, where the hauntings in this film really, in all honesty, have like no major negative effect on the family from the looks of it. But unlike Amityville horror, this people already know that this is a piece of shit. The original Amityville horror, man, people overrate the hell out of that film. I didn't really care for it, but the sequel to that's really badass. I really like that one, but the second sequel. But with this one, you just get nothing much. There's one bit of cleverness in this film, and but it's pretty much probably has been done countless of times, but it's been semi-clever how they, basically you realize that the family was dead already. Like they thought that they were alive. They thought that they were alive, but in reality they were a ghost. Ghost trying to, if they go through these certain stages of emotions as a ghost, like you get anger, if you get expressed anger or scares, apparently you become an evil ghost. If that in your beginning stages where you're unaware if you're a ghost or not in this film, you get that. And if you get that emotion as a ghost, you become, when you're unaware, you become an evil ghost or whatever. And then that they don't really have that happen. They were the black guy with the big old beard. There's really nothing really descriptive. You're just seeing how they look. So you can simply say, this is with me. You can see, this guy has a gum in his mouth and he has like a kick-ass shirt, some jeans, whatever. Pretty much stuff that really, doesn't really express that, stuff that really proves that there isn't really good a character. But you have him, and then he says, there's one way that we solve this, and he picks up this thing and says a magic circle, and comes off kind of hilariously awful. All in all, I'm not really a big fan of The Haunting in Winchester House. I do not recommend it, in all honesty. I do not recommend The Haunting of the Winchester House, but it's an asylum film. It's an asylum film, and you shouldn't be really expecting much. But a neat thing about this, my Blu-ray version, and I can't believe this even got a fucking Blu-ray release in the first place, but I got it, and you know me, I just randomly pick up films because I want to develop a film library or whatever, and I don't care. I just randomly picked this up because it was pretty cheap, so I got this, and it was pretty. It's kind of neat in a way, but it's kind of sloppy. It's from Echo Bridge. You have basically get the unrated, then you get the full cover that says expresses that this is Haunting in Winchester House. Then you get this little black thing, and then you don't get the poster. It would be different, but you get the actual Blu-ray case on there, which is odd. Of the bonus movie, which is included, which is another Asylum flick that was based off of the I Am Legend, which recently got strange news that that's going to be rebooted soon, which is weird. Anyways, you get I Am Omega, and it's with Mark Dacascos. I guess he's an alright actor. You get that. It's pretty strange how they package this, like, technically double feature, but anyways, let's just look at this up, and then you get the disc. That's pretty much it. That department. Yeah, the disc design on this release is pretty well in terms of transfers. If you want to have a really good looking Blu-ray, but if you want to get something that looks kind of good, really good on Blu-ray, then pick it up, because you don't really have to put much effort into making a shit low budget film look amazing on Blu-ray. Really, that's a strange thing. That's a strange thing. If a film's really bad and if it's horribly made, you don't really have to put much effort on the behalf of, making it look good. It looks automatically good, not like visually, but it's strange. It's a strange thing. Whatever. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me with this review of The Haunting of Winchester House. I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully around the same time that this video will be published for you, with a classic review, hopefully something like Jaws. Jaws seems like it would be a good choice for the next one. I don't know, or I might, Jaws sounds good, or something classic. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, thank you guys for joining this video. It would be greatly appreciated if you would hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit all the comments and all that shit. Whatever you want, it's alrighty by me. So it's best to avoid the Winchester House. Definitely don't go to the Connecticut house. I guess if you have to choose something, go to the Georgia house, because there's a sequel to The Haunting Connecticut 2 Ghosts of Georgia, which is a funny title, but that movie was bad, but it was entertainingly bad, the sequel to that, but whatever. I'm rambling on. Bye.